Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that Congress is going to try to pass a stimulus bill in a month or more, which to some investors is a far longer time frame than markets had been expecting. Why the delay here?
Well, it kind of depends on what a procedure Democrats have to use to get this through Congress. They could do it very quickly using budget reconciliation, which is kind of a fast track process for fiscal bills, but they would need every single Senate Democrat to be on board with that. And what we saw yesterday is that some Senate Democrats are worried about how much Joe Biden's proposal costs. He proposed $1.9 trillion, and even some centrist Democrats are saying, maybe that's more than we really need, and we should target some of that relief to Americans that really need it.
So does it look like that the way that elements of this recovery of Biden's economic agenda will get past Congress is in pieces, just as Republicans suggest?
They had their kind of initial opening call on this last night, and we got some really great details on how the Biden administration presented their proposal and also how it was received, especially by this group of 16 centrist senators. Now, these are Republicans and Democrats who are kind of the first group to push through the last stimulus bill, and they're going to be the ones to watch on how and whether this stimulus bill moves through Congress quickly. And really, the deadline that we're looking at is kind of mid-March, because that's when some of the provisions that were in the last round of stimulus are going to expire.
Okay, so let's talk impeachment here, because as members of Congress and especially senators like to say, they can walk and chew gum at the same time. So it's not just about the stimulus package. It's not just about the economic recovery. It's also about impeachment. We are expecting to get that article of impeachment to the Senate from the U.S. House of Representatives tonight. What happens next?
Yeah, today's a really important symbolic day. You have all the House managers line up and kind of march across the building through the rotunda to the Senate, and they'll actually read the single article of impeachment on the floor of the Senate tonight. But the trial's not going to start until the week of February 8th. So that gives the impeachment managers from the House, who kind of act as the prosecutors, and Trump's defense team time to prepare their arguments. And so, you're going to see some posturing on both sides. And what will be really interesting is to see where individual Republicans are going to line up on this, because there's going to need to be at least 17 Republicans voting against former President Trump to reach the 2/3 majority needed to convict him. And that's a pretty high bar to pass.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.